Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Well, recently I found out I was having a baby and got engaged, and she has a daughter of her own from before we were together. So I started getting serious. I own a construction business. Started getting serious about paying some stuff off. The baby's kind of making me, sweat a little bit because it ain't just me anymore.
Good for you.
To take care of.
Good man.
Well, I've had a construction business and had a ton of debt. Had about 30 employees. We're doing $4 to $5 million a year for about 3 years in revenue. And for 23, I thought, I was on my high horse, thought I was, and taking on a lot of debt. And then things slowed up last year. I had to continue to lay off more and more people. And it kind of just snowballed down. And
what was the debt for?
Oh, just random things like business loans. A lot of it was equipment that I've currently liquidating most of it the best I can.
Okay, how much debt? How much debt have you got?
Altogether, including my personal, is $360,000.
Honey, it's all personal. You signed for every bit of it. Some of it's in the business bucket, but the bank doesn't call it that. They have Matthew on the hook. So, 360. How much do you own a home?
Yes, I do.
Is that part of the 360?
No, that is not.
So you have $360,000, not counting your house. On what?
Just owing vendors and getting behind. I had a bad dealing. A guy owes me $120,000. Went to court, got a judgment. Now we're trying to collect on the judgment. It's mostly vendors and subs.
It's equipment.
And
how much do you owe on your equipment?
On equipment, things that I could sell right now is about $73,000.
I'm sorry. Why couldn't you sell all of it?
Well, right now I'm upside down on most of it.
How much do you owe on equipment?
$73,000.
No, you said that's what you could sell. You owe more than that on equipment.
No, $73,000 is what I owe on the equipment.
That's everything on the equipment. So you have vendor debt to the tune of $290,000.
Yeah, and a $120,000
judgment lien that's an asset.
Yeah, so 170's left. How much of it is just?
No, he's not getting that judgment. So, but that's okay. Anyway, I don't think you're going to collect on that judgment. Do you, Matthew?
Well, we'll hear next week. The bank's supposed to respond.
No, the guy you sued doesn't have any money.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, I would assume so too. So you're not going to get any money. Lawsuits don't make people have money that they don't have.
Yeah.
So you're not getting that money. So what have you been making profit in the last 12 months?
I don't really know exactly the answer to that. It's been a downward, up and down. And then about, I would say October last year, it kind of fell off a cliff. I know my monthly revenue has been about $250,000 for the last part of last year each month. Then it went down, and right now it's about $40,000 a month.
Okay, and what were you doing that was $200,000 a month in revenue?
We were building custom homes, multi-million-dollar custom homes is what we were specializing in at the time.
How many homes do you have now that are just spec out there?
I don't own any. I don't even actually have any new construction projects going on at the moment.
Okay. So here's the thing. It sounds like, and I work with entrepreneurs all the time. We've got about 10,000 of them in our Entre Leadership program. Okay. And it sounds like you're really good at building houses. It sounds like you're a very hardworking guy, and you really suck at running the business.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's what it sounds like. Because you don't know any of your numbers. You don't know where the money's coming from. I grew up in the building and real estate business, and I can't figure out how you thought you were making $200,000 a month building custom homes. Because if you build a $5 million custom home, and if you make if your builder's fee on that's 500 grand, 600 grand, it's going to take you 18 months to build that house typically. And that's not 200,000 a month. And if you'd have to be rolling these things off one a month, rolling off the end of the line to be making that kind of money.
Gross. I'm sorry. I meant that was my gross revenue, including like money that came in, and I had to pay subs, and I had to pay a lot. We had
okay. That's the customer paying you for building their house, and you're supposed to pay the subs that built their house. It's not even your money.
Yeah, that was just my revenue.
No, it's not your revenue. It was money coming in. It was money. Your revenue is money that your company is actually making in profit. Your revenue is the builder fee. Your revenue is not the $2 million it takes to build the house. That's the customer's money. Follow me?
So, yeah.
Okay, so you never saw it. So, how many houses a year were you building?
Last year we had 10 total. Start to finish, and then just various remodel projects in between, a couple framing jobs.
And you don't have anything going right now?
Right now I got one addition. It really, interest rates went up and building kind of came to a halt in my area for, the area that I was working in.
I got you.
Now I'm trying to, get some more work framing or doing something elsewhere, but
okay.
I'm down to just two.
And the $75,000, and so the vendors that haven't been paid, those are actually, you're in a mess. Those are actually customers' money that you've used.
Yeah, the vendor debt, it's roughly, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, like subs that did work on my house that you were building for me and you didn't pay them, they're going to put a lien on my house. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really dangerous. Okay. Scary stuff. So, wow. Yeah, you had no bookkeeping systems and processes, nobody watching the flow of cash, nobody watching the flow of cash that knew what they were doing, and it just money coming in, money going out. And when the music stopped, there weren't enough chairs.
Do you still have people on payroll, Matthew?
Just two people. I laid everybody off. That was W-2 employees.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And
I'm sorry.
What I kind of come to realize.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh God.
I mean, seriously, I'm like, do you liquidate assets like your home that you have?
So what is the equipment that you own? The 70,000.
It was pretty much enclosed trailers, all enclosed trailers. I've already sold the skid steer, the gooseneck. I've already sold those, but I didn't have any loans on those. Those were all cash. Mm-hmm. I paid for in cash.
Mm-hmm. So you mean like an 18-wheeler trailer that you're using for storage on sites?
Like they're enclosed trailers, like that you pull behind pickups. I had quite a bit of them. I think 7 at one time.
Okay, and they're all up for sale, and you're trying to get them sold for whatever, but they're not going to bring the full 70.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
What do you owe on your pickup?
That, or I could let them get repossessed. I really don't. That's
you need to sell them because when they repossess them, they're going to sell them for nothing and sue you for the difference. What do you owe on your pickup?
On my truck, I owe $12,000.
Okay, all right. You're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning and start your business over because you were really good at it when it was small, and go from there. And I'm going to give you an Entre Leadership coach to help you as my gift, because I want to help you turn this thing around for this baby, because I've been 20 and scared and didn't know what I was doing. I've been right where you are. Hang on. Kelly's going to pick up. We'll get you with one of our Entre Leadership people and help you walk through this, untangle all this barrel of fish hooks. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.